none. What's up, squad? Are we live yet? I'm not. Yes, we're live. Hey, what? Hey, I'm back and I'm flapping free. What's up? Let me just get a little right on. We've had quite an interesting open of alchemizing for 2023, eh? But it's good. We're off to a good start. We could even call it, we're off to a cleansed start. We had a scare. I went to the emergency room a couple days ago and had to have a procedure done that was actually pretty chill. It wasn't that big of a deal once they found out what it was. It was just a little removal of something that was developed in the womb, and then we're back in action. Little pain, little this, little that. Some friends became enemies. Some enemies became friends. You know how it goes. Thank you guys for the support and being homies and all the thank you wishes and get well cards and stuff like that. Hey, what's up, Michael? Yeah, dude, thanks. I'm good. We're good. We're good. It's been quite the ride. But how you guys been? How's the turn? I just wanted to jump on and maybe read some cards for whoever wants to read some cards and get some energies moving. It's Sunday. I'm trying to just catch a vibe before the storm comes. We've been getting so much rain. The archons can't stop us. The weather modification can't stop us. We getting rain, baby. And we're getting lots of it. We've had like 3 storms come through so far. We've got another one next weekend. Man, it's looking nice. But yeah, Michael, life gets really real sometimes. It did get super real. And it's not what I'm thankful for is that it's not so much that something bad happened and made me really reevaluate my life. Like it was never life-threatening. It's just I didn't know if it was. It felt like it was life-threatening. The doctors thought it could be life-threatening. The signs pointed to it being life-threatening, but in reality, it was pretty chill. Or not chill, but it was pretty manageable. But that didn't stop my mind for like 18 hours thinking the worst and thinking about my child and thinking about my loved ones and like, oh my God, what's going to happen if something happens? Like, dude, no, like this, just the thoughts that anyone gets, right? I'm not alone in this. I'm sure tons of you guys out there have gone through something where you're like, fuck, oh my God, what's going on, and you try not to imagine the worst, and you don't imagine the worst, and you don't let those thoughts come to your conscious mind, but you know damn well that they're in the unconscious mind, and you know damn well what you're avoiding to think about. You can avoid thinking about something, but the fact that you're avoiding in the first place lets you know that there's something there that you know what I mean? So we've all experienced that. And it's just when you come out of it, it's almost like, all right, thank you. We're able to sort of grasp the lesson and grasp the change. Oh, still very tired. Still very tired from the whole experience, but we're coming out of it, and I'm stoked that we're healthy and that it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Caleb, what up? Yeah, the rain's been so dope. What's up, Seaflower? I didn't see my... Oh. Damn it. It hurts to cough. And I got a tickle in my throat. Hold on. It sucks. Throughout the day. I had to put these tubes down my throat during surgery. And they're like, yo, it's going to fuck up your throat for a couple days. There's nothing we can do about it. And it makes me cough. But the coughing hurts my abdominals so fucking much because that's where they cut in through. Fuck. But come on, asshole, churn your fucking Sundays. It's like Sundays is a day for chilling and reflection and relaxation, and everyone just like has the loudest things that they decide to do on Sundays. Anywho, yo, it was wild. And someone was, I think it was, who was it? It was, one of my homegirls is into astrology. So the full moon in Cancer is linked to the stomach and the abs and stuff like that. And a lot of stuff comes up through that area. And quite coincidentally, everyone just has these massive. One of my buddies had food poisoning. There was food poisoning. There was stomach flu, and there was my thing all happening within that like 72-hour period. And I was like, whoa. It's always funny because the astrology thing. You're like, do you believe it? Do you not? Does it have any bearing? Does it bear any semblance to the physical reality? And it's like sometimes it matches up phenomenally, like in this case. But we prevail. We prevail nonetheless. We prevail nonetheless. Did we lose the feed? John Milks says something happened. Did you have a surgery, John Milks, or something like that? Can you relate? I'm gonna check the feed real quick. So if you hear some feedback, forgive me. Did we lose the feed? John Milks says something happened. Did you have a surgery, John Milks, or something like that? Can you relate? Nope, sounds like the feed's there. Cool. But how has the beginning of the year been for you guys? How have you guys been holding up? Share some stories with me. I'm curious. Like something, at least for me, it feels like it almost felt like something that had to be done at the beginning of the year. Because now, so I had this pain that I went through these past couple of days happened twice in the past couple of months, and they're both triggered from eating a bunch of pizza right before bed. And what is that guy doing over there? Can you guys hear that fan or something going in the background? I don't know what that is. Anywho, it made me feel like this is your call to action. We're not going to throw anything life-threatening at you because you still got shit to do, but nonetheless, you got to take care of yourself, man. And I work out for the past probably my entire life. I've worked out at least 2-3 times a week, and other times 7 times a week when I was still in sports through college. And but since COVID, it was 0 times a week. It was 0 times a month. I really didn't work out at all the year of 2020. Like the gyms were shut down, and I didn't really have the inspiration to work out on my own. Like the gym was always been my sanctuary. So I slacked hard, man. These past couple years, I slacked hard. And I started working out again last year. I was getting back into shape. I was getting my mile down. I was trying to get my mile down under 7 minutes. I was at like 7:30 a couple weeks ago. Getting my strength back up, my endurance, just doing the things. But my diet's been awful. I've been inconsistent, and I can feel in my mind and my spirit. I can feel it in my entire existence. It slacks when I'm not active, when I'm not moving, or I'm hiking, or I'm out in the world, or things of that nature. And this was that, like, all right, it wasn't that bad, but it was bad enough to where it gave me some momentum for the year, because it's like the things we want to accomplish, the things that, just the happiness that we want to pursue, the state that we want to exist in, takes discipline, man, and it takes willpower. And a lot of times, I know for me especially, we won't do things if our backs aren't against the wall. And it felt like I got my back against the wall kick right at the beginning of the year. So it's like, all right, cool, thanks. Thank you for being strong enough to really make an impression on my psyche, to make me actually want to change consistently and substantially. But also thank you for not being bad enough to where I was like actually going to die. It just scared me into thinking it. But so all in all, so far so good. I wish I would heal. I still feel like shit. Just overall sense of like, ugh. It kind of sucks. It's bumming me out, but it's getting better every day, and I'm stoked that we're through it and we came out. Yeah, no more cheese, greasy stuff for you, sir. I get sick when I eat pizza too. If I do eat some cheese, which is rare, then I take one of those lactic diet. That's funny, Seaflower, because I've actually been making my own kefir this past month, and it's been awesome. I have kefir grains. If you guys are not familiar with kefir, it's basically this. It's exactly what you're talking about. They're digestive enzymes. It's lactobacillus enzymes in a whole bunch of different varieties, and they're probiotics. Whenever you take probiotics, that's what you're taking. Except the probiotics you get from CVS, Seaflower, suck in comparison to kefir, because I don't know how deep you want me to get on this. I've been researching the hell out of it because I've been making it. Because I've been learning how to make cheese. All right. Here's a health tip for you guys that's been working phenomenally for me. Kefir is a grain. You put it in milk, and it digests the proteins in milk, and it makes them bioavailable for your body without you having to digest them. So people who are lactose intolerant, it's because their body can't break down the proteins, but it's not that your body can't break down the proteins, it's that the biology isn't there to break down the proteins. The same thing with beans. So when you eat beans and you get super gassy and you get super bloated and your body's having trouble breaking down these proteins, it's because the gut flora isn't there. Like the refined cheese kills gut flora. Refined sugar kills gut flora. All the bad food, junk food, processed food kills gut flora, which means your body cannot digest and break down food anymore. So I've been making kefir. You put a kefir grain into milk, and over the course of a day, it turns the milk into yogurt, basically, and it's filled with beneficial bacteria that helps in digestion. And I was like clear-headed. I had more energy. I actually kind of ran out this past month. I was taking it probably like last fall into winter, and it's been working great. Hi, love. What you doing, baby love? You got a leaf? Whoa, show everyone your leaf. Say, look at my leaf. Hold on, let me see. Show everyone your leaf, love. Like, see, I got my leaf. Whoa. Want to say hi?
Hi. This only thing how to get to the game.
Say, do you like my leaf?
Do you like my leaf?
All right, go inside, love. Where was I? Oh, hold on. Get out of here. Do this, a little bit of that. I lost the stream. Oh, Jade, what's up? Yeah, they do. Things really make us realize that health is the true wealth. No shit, man. That was it. Anywho, noted, Seaflower. Don't eat cheesy pizza. I'm gonna keep eating cheese, but I've been wanting to make my own. And you get raw milk. So the thing Here's another lesson on cheese making and milk and dairy. One of the reasons why milk is so bad for people is because they actually, when they pasteurize milk, literally they're killing the biology inside of the milk, which is good for shelf life, but it's bad for your stomach because you need the biology in the milk, and that's what helps you break the milk down. So once you get rid of that, that's why you have people who are lactose, or at least partly. So I've been finding local plugs for raw milk, meaning straight out of the nipple. You make kefir, and so that way your cheeses are actually biologically active. They're not void of life. It's not just pure proteins that your body doesn't know how to break down. Of course, you can overdo it, but I'm just talking about having a fancy wheel of cheese that I eat over the course of like a month, you know what I mean? Not slamming a pizza in one night like a fool like I've been doing. Anywho, that was a side note. So those of you who are like vegan and stuff like that, sorry. I mean, I guess that's a whole nother conversation. But anywho, kefir is pretty dope. And the cheese, if you guys do like cheese and you want to do it better, you should get into cheese making. It's actually super easy. If you can follow a recipe to make casserole, you can follow a recipe to make cheese. It's actually not that difficult. And the parts you can get online all day long. It's not that difficult. Dude, that coughing fit I had like 5 minutes ago, fucking, oh, it hurts. Last night I sneezed, and it put me on the ground for like 15 minutes. I don't know if you guys have ever had surgery before. I got hit by a car when I was little too and broke my leg, broke my femur, my tibia, broke everything in my right leg. And so I've had tons of surgeries throughout my life, and they all suck, man. They all suck. Hey, Dion, what's up, brother? Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you, Dion. We're just doing a recap. I was trying to catch a vibe with the squad. I miss you guys, and I was feeling under the weather. And I always feel enlivened after our lives when we're doing card readings, and we're just like, you know what I mean? Talking spirituality just makes me feel good. So that's what we're doing. Welcome. Come on in. Everyone take shoes off. Stay a while. I'd like to try raw, but last time I found some, they got raided before I could get it. Isn't that crazy? It's actually illegal to sell raw milk in most places. There's a website that I had to go on that tells me where I can find raw milk, and where I live, 3 cities. So down in LA, up in Santa Barbara, and a spot in Ojai. So I was able to find raw milk. It costs a fortune, or you can just go online and find someone around you who like has a cattle ranch or something, and just contact them personally and be like, hey, raw milk is substantially healthy, you guys. I know there's a lot of, here's what happened. Raw milk was served for the longest time. They were finding that raw milk was going bad and getting people sick, right? Because the biology in raw milk, the bacteria in raw milk starts to fester, and it goes bad. And once you drink bad milk, you get sick. Fair enough, don't drink bad milk. So what they found was they could pasteurize it. Okay, we'll heat the milk up so that we kill all the biology inside of the milk. So that way it doesn't spoil as fast, it doesn't get you sick. Great. But what they found out after that was, hey, pasteurizing milk is actually worse for the person. Not that it's worse for the person, but it actually causes more distress on the system than raw milk does because there's no biology in it. So basically the choice was, hey, you can convert your facility to process raw milk, which is fine. You just have to keep it colder. The shelf life is shorter. You have to use different equipment. And it was going to cost a fortune to transform these dairy factories from raw milk or from how they were doing it to the better way of producing it. And they were like, fuck that. I'm not going to spend millions to remake my dairy farm when I can just keep pasteurizing the milk. So they lobbied to keep raw milk illegal, and so they could just keep pasteurizing it. When in fact, raw milk, if you take care of the cow, if you make sure the cow is healthy, if you make sure the cow is eating the right diet, if you make sure the milk is processed in such a way, it's 1,000 times better than pasteurized milk. So raw milk is actually way better than pasteurized milk, even though it's illegal. Go figure, that's just how our society rolls. If you have enough money, you throw it at a politician and you get your way. And that's what happened with raw milk. So yeah, a lot of places raw milk places are getting shut down, like raided. Like raw milk places are being raided by the FBI as if they were like a drug ring. You know what I mean? Like that's how sick our society is. I just put out. I've been putting out content for years on how sick our society is and how to fix it. But baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. But keep looking. If you guys want to find raw milk, you can. It's I don't know the website, but just Google it. Google how to find raw milk, and there's actually a database on there that shows. You type in your zip code, and it'll tell you the places around you that it's a very special certificate to sell raw milk. It's not easy to get, but it's out there. My stomach triggers are artificial colors and artificial colors in foods. You should look them up. Are wild. Those yellow fives and those dyes are no joke, man. We have to make a pact to each other. We gotta stay away from processed foods this year, you guys. Stay away from processed foods. Eat whole foods. No food dyes. Natural preservatives. If you're going to be doing sugars, I don't expect you to be saints, but let's do our best to like sweeten with honey or sweeten with molasses, unsulfured blackstrap molasses. Like let's do our best to keep it as close to OG whole as possible. You know what I mean? You can make vinegar too, unpasteurized. Yeah. It's illegal to gather water that falls from the sky. How much longer? Hollywood, exactly. It's illegal to collect rainwater in some places because they say the rainwater should fall into a tributary or a stream, and somewhere down the stream, when it passes through, say, the water department's facilities, it's theirs. So they're saying because the water eventually ends up with them, that it's always belonging to them. Therefore, collecting it as rainwater is illegal because somewhere down the line it belongs to someone else, which is fucking retarded. Wow. Anywho, obviously, I collect all the rainwater. Like, all right, Uncle Sam. You know what I mean? Or we can just say no. Or we can just do what we want. You know what I mean? Talk about anarchy. The funny thing is, people think anarchy is like burning things to the ground, which I do not advise. I do not advise for destruction. Anarchy is literally starting a garden, learning how to make your own cheese, learning how to take care of a sore throat with herbs you find, learning how to detox your liver with dandelions growing in your backyard. Like, that's anarchy. Raising a family, a nuclear family, that's anarchy. Having two parents together raising their child instead of single parents, that's anarchy. Learning, being a critical thinker, learning how to think for yourself apart from the herd, that's anarchy. It's the interesting thing is anarchy is really just being a regular human without the influence of the corruption of modern humanity. But we're getting there. We're getting there. As long as pockets like this channel exist out in the world and they continue to grow like we have been, then we're getting there. Ain't no thing. We have all of eternity to get it. You know what I mean? We have all of eternity to get it right. Patience is a virtue. It's hard drinking coffee without refined sugar. Yesenia, get out of here. It is not hard drinking coffee without refined sugar. Try getting some blackstrap molasses and putting it in your coffee. There's almost a smoky flavor to molasses, and I'm sure it'll add a great deal. There's even minerals inside of molasses that are beneficial to you. Try it, Yesenia. Also, I'm gonna give you. You probably heard this before, Yesenia, but I'm gonna try and pitch it in such a way that resonates with a particular chord in you that helps your cause. All right. There is, when I was talking about your gut flora, there are microbes in your stomach right now that love refined sugar, and those are the bad guys. And they are literally releasing enzymes into your stomach, causing you to crave and desire refined sugar. So if you can imagine that there's little creatures that are stronger than you, and this is what I'm trying. This is the way I'm trying to pitch it, so to maybe get you off the refined sugar. You are losing the battle to the entities in your stomach because the bacteria in your stomach are conscious. They are entities of their own sovereignty. They have their own will and desire outside of yours. Your desire is to not want refined sugar. Their desire is to want it and to convince you to want it. And they're winning that battle. So if you can change the population inside of your gut, which is why drinking kefir or making your own kefir, don't buy that shit from the store. It's not the same thing. Make your own kefir. Go on Etsy. I'll do it right now for you guys. I'll do all the legwork for you. Kefir grains. All the work that takes all of 2 seconds to do. Let's see. Hold on, we're almost there. And bada bing, bada boom. Check this out. Oh, that's way too long of a listing. Oh, I can't put the whole listing. Kefir grains, Etsy. Just type in kefir grains, Etsy. Put that right into your search bar, copy and paste it, and order it. It costs fucking $20, and you'll have access to the strongest probiotics ever. Ever. The kefir you buy at the store is not the same. It can't be the same by law. It can't be the same by law because, for the same reason that you can't have raw milk by law. So you got to start programming your gut biology with the bacteria that are going to make you crave fruits, make you crave vegetables. I don't know if you guys have ever like really slayed a healthy diet before. You look forward to your salads, and you look forward to your fruit bowls, and you look forward to your fucking quinoa and your hemp seed shakes. Like you look forward to that because you've literally changed the biology of your stomach. And now you're working with yourself instead of against you. There's a lot out there. There's a lot, but I highly suggest it. It's super cool. Like we've been making our own kefir drinks, and it's dope because you can, after you make the kefir, you can put like an orange slice into it, and the microbes in the kefir. It's called a secondary fermentation. So you ferment the milk with the kefir. You have your yogurt kefir. Secondary fermentation is you put in, say, like an orange slice. And so the bacteria, the biology in the kefir will eat the orange slice. They'll break down the minerals and enzymes in the slice of orange and release it into the kefir. So now you're getting the potassium from the peel. You're getting the calcium and you're getting the boron from the cell walls. You're getting the nitrogen from the proteins, and they're all digested and made bioavailable in the cup. While it's undergoing the fermentation, all the digestion that would be happening in your stomach is happening in the cup. So when you drink it, you're immediately getting all those nutrients. They're bioavailable as soon as they come into contact with your stomach lining. It's magic. And then like we were getting really, I'm super excited about this. We were getting really fancy with it. We were like getting a cinnamon stick and a half a cinnamon stick, a piece of clove, an orange slice, and a little piece of strawberry, and you throw it all together. And again, all those are organic materials, so the bacteria can break down all that. It's consuming all of that, releasing all those, and you drink it, and it's super fucking tasty. It releases carbon dioxide, so it's kind of bubbly. So it's almost like drinking an ever so slightly carbonated beverage of whatever fruits you put into it. It's so fucking good. Like you guys really got to get on this. Like you really got to get on it, and then you repeat the process. You take your kefir grains, you put it in a new glass of milk, put it on your counter, and next morning, boom. Every morning you got a fresh cup, and it's super dope. It's super dope. You don't have to denounce chocolate, Holovich. So I'm really behind you guys' comments. I got stoked on my kefir. Got a little sidetracked. I wrote a research paper on processed milk. Well, yeah, I mean, you write a research paper on processed anything, it's going to not make you want it. But there's a difference between processed milk and milking your cow and drinking it. You know what I mean? That's not processed. That's raw milk. They're two substantially different things, so, especially with how they treat the cows and like the pus and blood that goes into the milk, and what they allow up to like 20% pus and blood in processed milk from factory farms. Like, it's pretty wild how bad the milk is out there, the processed stuff. Anywho, I'll try to move on with the comments. Chocolate's actually really good for you. You don't have to give up chocolate. Raw chocolate, that is. Yellow dye, mood swings, interesting. Red, depression, brain fog, sleepiness. Blue, sadness. Whoa, sea flower. That would make a good video. Can you remind me about that? What the different food dyes have been known to do? Thank you for sharing that. Bruh, a yard full of dandelion and someone keeps spraying. Yo, for real though. Dandelion, milk thistles, all you guys is wheat mallows. 99% of the weeds that grow in your guys' yards can be used for something substantial, and they're like, they took when they had the operation. I asked the doctor if he could take pictures of my organs, and he flashed a shot of my liver, and oh man, he was like, dude, you have an absolutely beautiful liver. And he showed me the pic. I'll show you guys a picture, or I'll post one later. My liver is flawless. He's like, dude, this is a gorgeous liver. He was like, I want to use this as an example, but I've been doing these past couple years is taking the dandelion flowers that grow around here and just making a tea everyone, because the flowers bloom in the morning and they're like release their seed by the end of the day. So every morning you just get a cup of dandelion flowers, make a tea, and I would drink it every morning. And if the plants got kind of big, I would take it up, get the roots, make it's all good for liver detox. And your boy is just a liver master now. Keith, man of letters, blackstrap molasses. Yeah, I should, huh? I came across blackstrap molasses from making compost teas. I don't know if you guys are into gardening, but when you make compost teas, a good way to feed the microbes in your tea is by using blackstrap molasses. But you can substitute molasses for anything. In any recipe, or ask for sugar, you can substitute molasses. It's going to change the texture, and you're going to have to change your ingredients of your other parts. But who cares, man? Like, following a recipe is following a recipe. It's not that big a deal. Oh, Caleb says, I swapped coffee for raw cacao ceremonial grade because it has all of the good stuff with a dab of molasses and mushroom powders. Changed the game. Hell yeah. Nice, dude. And there's also a little bit of caffeine in raw chocolate. Am I wrong? So nice, dude. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's not Western. The Western approach to things, whether by design or not, is not necessarily. How should I word this without being too negative? Western practices like to go super extreme and super aggressive with things. And they want to take something that's good and they want to purify it and then amplify it and make it as strong as possible, which is dope. I get it. Like when I was in pain, they gave me morphine. Praise Jah, because my pain went from like a 16 out of 10 to like a 2 out of 10. So in certain circumstances, I get the need to purify something and then to amplify it. We do it in alchemy all the time it's called distillation. But it's not very practical on a day-to-day basis. So like having your shot of espresso every single day is a bit extreme. You know what I mean? That's not necessarily sustainable. If you have to pull an all-nighter to get a test done, like, I get it, run it, baby. But when it comes to our health, we want to be a little more homeopathic about it. We want to less is more. We want to have sustainable practices. And Caleb, sounds like you found it. Raw cacao, a dab of molasses, and some mushroom powders. Like, that's sustainable. That's something that's not going to cause havoc on your adrenal glands and give you anxiety within the next 6 months. I like it, man. Keep it up. John Milks, you make wine out of your dandelion? Yo. All right. I've seen that in headlines of articles on occasion, but I've never. You're the first person I hear actually doing it. Good on you, mate. I like it, and I'm feeling a bit inspired. Hi, Ellen. Thank you. Best wishes to you as well. Flawless liver. It is, man. It is a flawless liver. But there are medical herbs used for it. Yeah, 100%. Just started a little garden, going all in as soon as I get home tomorrow. Nice. Hollow Vegeta, keep us posted with your garden. Um, Here's a tip for you guys who are gardening. It's not spring yet. If you're going to buy your bulk, if you're going to spend a fortune on top shelf soil, you're fine. But if you're going to, buy like the bulk soil and save money, like in the big 3 cubic foot bags, buy it now. So that way it has time to finish composting by the time March, April comes along, May, depending upon where you're living at. Because most of the stuff they sell in bulk isn't complete. So most of the time, that bulk soil that you buy is not going to be good for your plants, or it's not going to be the best it can be for your plants. So what you want to do is buy it now. Like as soon as I'm healed and I can lift a bag of soil, I'm going to go get, I don't know, as much as I can, and I'm just going to let it sit for the next 2 months. I'll make my bed. I'll cover it with hay as mulch, and I'll let the rains hit it. I'll let the worms do their thing. I'll put my compost tea in it. That way the soil gets conditioned and moisturized and activated. And if there's anything in there that's not finished composting, it will be by the time the season comes around. And that's that's my tip for your guys' gardening, because we're getting into the season. I highly recommend it. Just like I said, anarchy ain't about destroying. Anarchy is about growing. Sticking it to the man isn't about being aggressive and fighting. It's about growing your own foods. It's about harvesting your own water. It's about knowing how to take care of yourself. It's about knowing how to bring down your own anxiety. It's about knowing how to cure your own depression. It's about knowing how to find solace in the world, like being autonomous, developing your character, being able to act independently of the world, and external influences and pressures. Like that's what the goal is. You know what I mean? It's not to astral project. It's not to be an ascended master. You know what I mean? Like we have these super heady, top heavy goals, and it's like, yo, we got to get back to the roots. Like our goal here as humans on Earth is to become autonomous, is to become independent thinkers, independent livers, livers. And it's like, it's not just to live, but it's to take care of each other, you know? It really is to take care of each other. It's about fucking taking care of one another. Taking care of ourselves and the ones we love and the world at whole. And it's not like we do it because, we want pleasure, like we want to go to heaven, or like I said, we want to become an ascended master, and everyone's got these goals and shit. It's like on the other side, but it's like, no, it's not. It's like here and now. We got to cultivate the heaven and the peace and the love here and now, and like forget, going fucking Super Saiyan. We'll get there when we need to, but in the meantime, we gotta enjoy that shit and enjoy each other's company and enjoy the love. And there's gonna be so much of that this year. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my liver. That we're getting that this year, man. We really are. The whole squad, man. We're going up. We're going up. Hello, goddess. Goddess essence energy. Hi, welcome. Take your shoes off. Stay a while. Oh, thanks, Jade. I'm so stoked that you're here. By the way, Jade, I feel like we haven't had a chat in a while. And I see all the things you're up to, and you were just poking around Egypt. Oh, man, I love seeing all the things you're doing, Jade. I'm just hoping I hope more people feel the way you do, so this channel grows substantially, so I can also dip into Egypt at will and bounce around like you've been doing. Because YouTube's my ticket out, baby. So spread the love. You guys got to spread my YouTube channel so we can grow, and we can all meet up in Egypt. And I'll buy you guys tickets if you can't afford it. I got you. I got you. I got you. Cacao has a touch of caffeine in it. Nothing crazy like have fun. There you go, Hollow Vegeta. Have fun. How to start with lack of resources. I chase my tail working for retail. Jade, you're still in Egypt, or you love it here as in our YouTube channel? Because if you're talking about our YouTube channel, I love you. Thank you so much. How to start with a lack of resources? Oh, man. How to start? Ain't that the $1 million question? How does one make money when they have none to begin with? I don't know. We'd have to have a personal talk. I mean, I know myself. I just use what I'm good at. Like, there was a time when I needed money to save up to buy a lens for my YouTube channel, and I thought, okay, well, what skills do I have now that I can capitalize on to make money for a new lens, for a whole new camera, so I can up my YouTube game? And I was like, well, I can play music really well. So I went on the streets, took my instrument, and I was playing music and singing on the streets. And I made enough money, and I bought a lens. And I thought, how could I make more money? So, well, I can get an amp. Okay, so I saved up money from playing on the streets, and I bought an amp that was battery operated, and then I bought a looping pedal so that I could loop music while I was playing on the streets. And next thing you know, I was putting on these super dope little performances on the street corner downtown, 1 o'clock in the morning. Everyone's out there partying, drinking, spending money. I'm out there partying, singing, making money, still catching a vibe, still doing what I love out there with the people, like merrymaking and shit, making $50-$60 an hour, just cash, tax free, just jamming away on the street. But I'm not saying that you should go play music on the street, but most of the time when it comes with making money, with starting from nothing, is you got to capitalize on what you're good at and get super creative on that. You got to save money. There's a bunch of stuff, man. Google it, Summer Sinclair, because I could be here for the next hour talking about that. But I might have to end this video pretty soon because my computer's about to die. We're at 23%, but it's showing red. It normally doesn't show red until it's under 10%. I don't know what that means. But thanks for the cacao tip, Caleb. Thanks for the breathing tip, Piccolo. Jade, I had to be repatriated from Egypt. Oh, damn, Jade. Yeah, fill me in. But thanks for being here, Jade. Thank all you guys for chilling and hanging out. I appreciate the hell out of you. I'm already feeling better at the end of this video. The Imperator of the GD said Imperator. I'm reading a book right now with the Imperator. Is that what we're talking about, John Milks? We can be scholars later, but you need the basics. The master wasn't always so. Well said, John Milks. Oh, damn, there you go. Sea Flowers got you. Take out a student loan and buy a house. Nice. Nice. Do you guys have anything else to say before we wrap it up? I'm serious about the kefir, you crazy people. Get some fucking kefir and start making your own probiotics. Oh my god, my neighbor's singing in the backyard and it's amazing. Should I pull a card? Should I pull tarot card until the video finishes? Why do I stay high? 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 If I could teach the whole wide world to be a thug in harmony. All right, someone give me some numbers. We have 19% left on the battery. We're gonna pull a couple cards. Quick, quick. Yeah, of course, Caleb. I'll do a whole video on kefir, on how like some cool ways of making kefir. It's super dope. It's kind of plain and hard to sink your teeth into if you're just doing the regular fermentation and you just do kefir. But when you start getting fancy and like experimenting with different herbs, spices, and fruits to flavor and add additional nutrition to the kefir, that's when it starts getting super fun and super tasty. We're talking like you could put a piece of your chocolate, Caleb, in the kefir, and the bacteria would break down the chocolate, release the chocolate enzymes and nutrients and flavors into the kefir. It's pretty dope. 7, 8, 4, 6, 7. Oh, fuck yeah. All right, we got the Emperor. That's our card. I'm going to read the Emperor card for y'all. This is our energy leading forward. Why do I stay high? Why do I stay high? Okay, hold on. Where are we at? I know we're experiencing some lag on the channel, but bear with me. Hopefully it lasts. I want to read this card for you. We got the Emperor. Yeah, right. The possibilities, Caleb. That's what I'm saying. Whatever shit you're into, you basically throw that in your kefir and you've got your own version of it. But I'm going to read the episode. Draw upon the capable inner resources you possess to get the task completed. That's our card. All right, here we go. In the most practical terms, the Emperor Tarot card represents the highest leadership, a head of state, or the most exemplary and powerful person in the realm. This archetypal ruler is responsible for the affairs of a society or community, which are directly proportional to his well-being and happiness. Damn, that's important right there, you guys. I hope you know that. Most people think that the Emperor is about just being in command of everything. But it is, but they forget that their own happiness should be tied with the success of what they are ruling over. So the more enlightenment and cosmic perspective this energy brings, the better life is for all. The Emperor archetype masters the world of matter and physical manifestation. When you apply this card to your situation, acknowledge your potentials for mastery. Reinforce a sense of sovereignty within yourself despite any self-limiting beliefs, habits, or appearances to the contrary. When the Emperor arises, he advises you to get in touch with your inner sovereignty and natural self-possession. Realize that somewhere deep inside you is the memory of royalty. Reach within to find that strain of natural nobility and leadership. These innate qualities will help you manage your current situation. The Emperor suggests that you have the necessary abilities to be the final authority. This situation is an opportunity to showcase your competence and skill. Act with the confidence of someone who knows how to take care of business. Boom. I love it. I feel like that added up very well with our whole theme of sovereignty earlier on in this video. Sovereignty. I just released a video earlier. When you're done with this, if you haven't watched it, yeah, I advise you to watch it because I wrote a little essay, a little Man of Letters inspirational essay, specifically on sovereignty. So that's great that we pulled that card. Nice. Whoever called card number 7. Caleb, good call, brother. Good call. Go watch that video after this one. It's short. It's like 6 minutes long. Yes. So Summer, Goddess Essence, Caleb, John Milks, Jude is me, my Lady Jade, if you're still here, Yesenia, Seaflower, all y'all. Wow. Hollow Vegeta, Piccolo, all you guys. If I miss Helen or Ellen, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the get well cards and the flowers. I love you guys. And I'll see you real soon, okay? All right. Thank you.